Believe it or not, you're destroying your health every single day just by putting the wrong foods in your fridge. Did you know that your refrigerator could be silently damaging your heart, brain, and digestion? There are 9 everyday foods almost everyone stores in the fridge, but in reality, they're turning toxic, especially for those over the age of 60. This video isn't just about taste or texture. It exposes the dangerous chemical changes, nutrient loss, and bacterial growth that are happening right inside your fridge. And number 2 on the list? It's something you likely eat every day, and it could be opening the door to disease in your body without you even knowing it. If you're a senior, or if you care about your elderly loved ones, do not skip a single second of this video, because what you're about to learn could completely transform your health, your savings, and your quality of life. And at the very end, we'll reveal a secret that might force you to rethink how you use your fridge forever. Start watching now, because every second counts. Asterisk. What if the refrigerator in your home, the very one you rely on to keep your food fresh, is silently sabotaging your health every day? It sounds hard to believe, but the truth is that cold storage can have damaging effects on certain foods, especially for seniors. Refrigeration is meant to preserve freshness, but in many cases, it alters food at a molecular level, stripping it of nutrients, changing its chemical structure, and even promoting the growth of harmful substances. This isn't just a matter of taste or texture. It's a serious issue that could be affecting your gut, heart, and even brain health without you realizing it. Despite this, the vast majority of people over the age of 60 continue to refrigerate certain foods that should never be stored in cold conditions. Today, we uncover the 9 most common foods that should never go into your refrigerator and the reasons why might surprise you. Let's begin with a food found in nearly every kitchen: potatoes. Most people don't think twice about tossing their potatoes into the fridge, but this one habit could be creating a toxic compound. When exposed to cold temperatures, the starch in potatoes turns into sugar through a process known as cold-induced sweetening. When these refrigerated potatoes are later cooked at high temperatures, the sugars interact with amino acids to form acrylamide, a substance that has been identified as a probable human carcinogen. Research shows that potatoes stored in the fridge for just 2 weeks experience a dramatic increase in sugar levels, up to 300% more than those stored correctly. Not only that, the texture suffers too, becoming gritty and unpleasantly sweet. The best way to store potatoes is in a cool, dark place around 45 to 50 F, such as a pantry or cellar. Use paper bags or baskets for airflow and never store them near onions, as both release gases that cause each other to spoil faster. Next up is bread, and this might catch you off guard. Many people believe storing bread in the refrigerator extends its life, but in reality, it causes it to go stale much faster. Cold temperatures accelerate a process called starch retrogradation, where starch molecules crystallize and force moisture out of the bread. This leads to dry, crumbly slices that taste like cardboard. Studies have shown that bread stored in the fridge becomes stale up to 6 times faster than bread kept at room temperature. Instead, bread should be kept in a breathable container, like a paper bag or bread box at room temperature. If you don't plan on eating it all within a few days, slicing and freezing it is a much better option. Freezing preserves texture and flavor far more effectively than refrigeration. Then there's honey, nature's longest-lasting food. Properly stored honey can remain edible for thousands of years. Yet when it's placed in the refrigerator, honey quickly begins to crystallize and harden, forming a grainy, sticky mess that loses its smooth, pourable texture. While crystallization itself isn't harmful, refrigeration introduces moisture into the jar every time it's opened, which can lead to fermentation or spoilage over time. Worse, it weakens honey's natural antimicrobial properties, which are essential for its health benefits. The cold also degrades the many flavor compounds in honey, especially in darker varieties that are rich in antioxidants. Honey is best stored at room temperature, tightly sealed, and kept away from direct sunlight. Coffee lovers take note: storing your coffee in the fridge is one of the fastest ways to ruin it. Coffee beans are highly porous, meaning they easily absorb odors from their environment. Inside a refrigerator, surrounded by leftovers and other strong-smelling items, coffee can take on flavors it was never meant to have. In addition, fluctuations in temperature inside the fridge can create condensation, which leads to early spoilage and mold. Cold temperatures also solidify the natural oils in coffee beans that are critical for flavor. When brewed, these oils won't extract properly, resulting in weak, flat coffee. The solution is simple. Keep your coffee in an opaque, airtight container at room temperature. If long-term storage is absolutely necessary, freezing is a better option than refrigerating, but only if the coffee is portioned and sealed properly beforehand. Garlic is another kitchen staple that loses much of its health value when refrigerated. In the cold, garlic begins to sprout quickly, developing green shoots that taste bitter and may cause digestive discomfort. Moisture in the fridge also promotes mold growth on garlic, and some molds produce harmful toxins. Cold temperatures break down garlic's cell structure and reduce the potency of the beneficial compounds it contains, such as allicin. These compounds give garlic its powerful antibacterial and heart-supporting properties, which are particularly important for older adults. To keep garlic fresh and potent, store whole bulbs in a dry, well-ventilated area, ideally in a mesh bag or basket at around 60 to 65 F. Bananas are another fruit that should never be refrigerated, at least not until they're fully ripe. As tropical fruits, bananas are highly sensitive to cold temperatures. The chill damages their cell walls, causing internal breakdown, black skin, and mushy flesh. Beyond the texture issue, refrigeration leads to a massive loss of vitamin C, with studies showing up to 80% reduction within a few days of cold storage. Cold also halts the natural ripening process, which means bananas won't develop their full flavor or nutritional profile. To ripen bananas naturally, store them at room temperature on a hook or in a fruit bowl. To speed up ripening, place them in a paper bag with another ethylene-producing fruit like an apple. Once ripe, Bananas can be refrigerated for a short time, if needed, though the skin will darken. For smoothies, consider peeling and freezing bananas instead. Onions are another misunderstood food when it comes to storage. Whole onions need a dry environment with good airflow. When stored in a refrigerator, the high humidity penetrates their outer layers, leading to premature mold and rot. Additionally, the cold turns onion starches into sugars, altering their flavor and making them too sweet. Refrigerated onions also become soft and difficult to cook with, losing their ability to caramelize properly. Whole onions should be stored between 45 and 55 F in a mesh bag, basket, or pantyhose. However, once an onion is cut, it should be refrigerated in an airtight container and used within a week. Tomatoes are perhaps the most shocking entry on this list. It's not just that they lose flavor or become mushy when refrigerated, it's that refrigeration damages them at a genetic level. Scientists have discovered that cold temperatures actually deactivate the genes responsible for producing flavor compounds in tomatoes. Even after being brought back to room temperature, the damage remains. This results in bland, watery fruit with little nutritional value. Furthermore, cold storage drastically reduces the bioavailability of lycopene, a powerful antioxidant linked to heart and prostate health. Tomatoes should always be stored at room temperature, stem side down, and never in plastic bags. Indirect light is ideal to maintain their nutrients, and if you have too many, turning them into sauce and freezing it is a much better option. Finally, we come to avocados. While they may not show visible signs of damage immediately, refrigeration fundamentally alters their nutritional makeup. The healthy fats in avocados, especially oleic acid, begin to oxidize in the cold, leading to the formation of harmful free radicals instead of beneficial nutrients. Antioxidants like vitamins E and C are also significantly diminished by as much as 90% within 4 days. The cold triggers an enzyme that accelerates browning and structural breakdown, making the flesh stringy and watery. Store unripe avocados at room temperature and only refrigerate ripe ones for a maximum of 2-3 days. If you've cut an avocado, leave the pit in, brush the flesh with lemon juice, and store it in an airtight container with a piece of onion to keep it fresh. In the end, the truth is simple but powerful. Many of the foods we commonly place in the fridge suffer serious damage when exposed to cold temperatures. This isn't just about extending shelf life, it's about preserving nutrients, protecting flavor, and supporting your long-term health. Especially for older adults, every vitamin, antioxidant, and enzyme matters. Proper food storage is one of the easiest ways to maximize the value of your groceries and give your body the support it needs. Take this knowledge and use it. Your food and your health will thank you.